Hello Leo, my sweet pussycats. Welcome to your general reading with me, Cindy. I'm trying to come up with a new way to say that because it's not weekly, because I'm just kind of doing them when I get a chance here as I'm getting ready to pack and move and all good stuff. In your reading this week, I am called very strongly to do an archetypal energy reading for you. So I'm going to look at your energy in the current situation, you, and then in your future. And I'm using an archetype deck, I'm using an energy oracle deck, and then we're going to go into the tarot. We're going to find out what have you been working on, what have you been healing, and what is starting to blossom for you. And then that's in the current. And then in the future, we're going to look at what will you finish working on, what will be healed, sorry, what will be ready for you to harvest. Now, these could be different things from what's going on in the current, because you can have more than one thing going on in your life, man. Most of us do. So, Leo, I actually feel like you guys maybe have a lot of energy, or things are speeding up for you, or you would like things to speed up. I just feel very fast all of a sudden in this reading. I finished doing Cancer and it was not like this at all. So I've come into some new energy here with you. There is an extended at the end of this reading as well. The link is at the top of the description if you're drawn to it. And the extended, I look at the in-between. So I look at what's going on, that period of time in between where you are now and where you're going in your future. So that's what I do there. My hair is tickling me. It's getting really long. The hairdresser's closed. She's probably going to be closed for like, I don't know how long. So, and I ain't cutting my hair. I'm going to do that. I cut my hair once when I was little. I don't know how old I was. I don't know. I think I was probably in grade 2, maybe 3. I got some gum in my hair and it made a big mess. And I just thought, well, you know how you overthink, when you're little, you think, oh my God, my parents are gonna freak out. Not about that. You don't really have any perspective yet about, you know, when you do really bad things and then when you do kind of bad things. I better cut it out of my, so I think I cut it out of my hair. It did not look good. I had to cut it like that, like a Roman haircut, right here at the jaw, and then little bangs across. And I had to, like, my mom came home like, what happened to your hair? So yeah, and then I think it was all over my hair. That was the one time I cut my hair, and I won't do that again. But then she had to cut my hair, and my hair was really short. I do kind of remember that. I'm sure my mom does. All right, Leo. Let's get started. We're starting with the archetype deck here. The current energy for Leo and their future. The current and future energies for Leo. Current and future energies for Leo. Your current, you are the king. Oh, wait a second. I've already done an archetypal reading. I want to say this week. It probably came out last week at the pace I'm going. Aries had an archetype. Isn't that funny? Both fire signs, I'm compelled to give you an archetypal reading. And I think they have the king. Ooh, where you're going. Mystic. Wow. Wow, you're going somewhere really deep, dude. Okay, so where you are right now, you have king. Enlightened, benevolent leadership. Benefiting those in your charge. You are being so Leo. Oh my gosh. So Leo. You are so Leo right now. Like, you are being very proud of who you are. I don't want to tell you, am I being a little bossy? Like, listen to me. This is how you're feeling right now, okay? If it's not you, it's got to be your inner child, because something you were screaming about, really taking power in your own life, and then, but using that to benefit your group, whatever that group is for you. If it's your family, it's your neighbors, it's your work colleagues, it's your pets, however that comes out. It's beautiful because it's all about a benevolent leadership. So really, really, really using your heart, coming from your heart center, Leo. The fire, the passion within you. I feel it. If you ever get close to a Leo, like, you can almost just feel like the heat from the sun. It's like a big bear hug. Even whenever you come close to a Leo, I just feel like it just feels like a big bear hug. Just the energy. They don't even have to hug you, and you can just feel it. Yeah, it's very strong in you right now. Where are you going, though? You have mystic. Revels in intimate union with the divine. Oh, you are going to connect, man? I feel like you're going to take this up a level. If this is, if we wanted to say like as the tarot, let's say it's the King of Wands, I think you're going to be going up a level, even like into more like an Emperor energy. Or if you want to keep it in your energy, like the Sun. Put that, because this isn't, a king is not a major arcana in the tarot. It's just a court card. So what I want to say is you're going to bring this up into something even deeper and stronger about who you are and where your path is. And then you take it into this mystic. Let's keep pulling cards. I'm sorry if I'm making a lot of noise with my, it sounds like I am from here. I was just in the Cancer extended readings explaining why I apologize so much. Because people call me out in it sometimes in the comments. You have to understand I'm Canadian, and this is what we do. We apologize about everything. And as I said in the Cancer extended reading, if we're in a mall and you bump into me, I'm going to tell you I'm sorry. That's just how it is. So I have to apologize because I hear all these sounds. I have so much going on in my mouth. I got braces, I got rubber bands. I put so much wax in there right now. I still have that stupid thing at the roof of my mouth. I thought it was coming out this month. It's coming out next month. Well, that's what they're telling me. They keep leading me down the path. You don't want to know the truth, Cindy. We're just going to tell you what you need to know so you come back. That's what it is. And it was because when I went in to see them, I really didn't know what they were going to do. Sat in the chair. Okay. We're going to do this, this, and this, and this today. You got about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have my mouth like, pried open for 2 hours. No. Anyways, I don't know where that came from. I'm just feeling sassy, so I had to share it with you. Okay. More about your current and future energies, Leo. Did I just apologize for being sassy? I'm telling you, we cannot, Canadians, we can't help it. I think it's, we say, sorry just as often as we say, eh? Yeah, eh? G'day. All right. You got the king and you got hostility. Look at this. This is like the King of Swords almost. Wow, this is like really, really strong. You're strong, standing in your truth. You're defending yourself and your pride against any attack. Like, really powerful energy. Don't come at me with that right now. But yeah, I'm still very gentle and kind with my flock. Way to hone in the power there, Leo. Boy, I don't know what you and the Divine got planned, but so the door to value is with your mystic. But this is nice though. And you know why it's so nice? Because this is showing up as in some way being like a leader for your flock, a leader for your pride, a leader for your community, and whatever, however you define community. I feel like whatever you're going to delve into, wherever you're going on, like really a spiritual journey, an intellectual spiritual journey, yet it's probably going to bring you some sort of profitability, more money than what you've had before or known. But I am getting the feeling like you would feed it back into your flock. I don't know why I keep calling it a flock. Maybe some of you are involved in something religious. Because a flock, I feel, is more a term that you would use when talking about, you know, a parish or a group of people in a church or a synagogue or a temple or whatever that is for you. Obviously not everyone. Your pride, your flock, your community, your tribe. Okay, let's pull out some tarot cards. I just got quiet. I'm actually thinking about how much I'm enjoying doing this because I've been so busy packing and doing other things. So I officially move actually on February the 8th. My movers are booked. I'm back. Apparently the internet was down and my son is doing online learning, so I had to unplug everything and plug it back. Wait my 30 seconds or 60 seconds, whatever the heck it is, and plug it back in. Yeah, so anyways. This is my home and you come to do a tarot reading with me, so there might be the occasional interruption. What were we talking about? I know I was gonna pull tarot cards, so let's just go there. I think I got everything I needed to get out. But now I feel like I was in the middle of something. I got interrupted. Jeez. Interesting. All right. What you've been, okay, so this is in your current energy. What you've been working on is the Two of Swords, your indecisiveness. There's something you've been indecisive about. I kind of, you know, it's interesting because, well, maybe that's why, I mean, it's what you've been working on. It's not, yeah, I don't see it in the cards. Maybe as I go, it'll start to show up as something that's either healing or healed or blossoming. It's not showing up yet, but maybe it's showing up in that, like, these two cards are coming out for your current energy. You're not really feeling indecisive. I mean, it's what you've been working on, because this hostilities card, maybe it does feel like there's hostilities around you, but most of the time when I see this, it just feels like the King of Swords to me. And so really having to be powerfully and either through written word, spoken word, your truth, expressing that, understanding what it is, guarding it, protecting it. I feel like too what you're working on is realizing that being indecisive is it's really not making any decision at all. It's, you know, if I just allow the universe to take me wherever the universe wants to, or wherever the universe feels this should go, or what I should do, you're not really actively participating in what this is supposed to be, this experience. Yes, we're supposed to take guidance, but also we're supposed to actively make choices. And when we make, not just make the choice, but engage the choice, like do something with it. So you've been working on that. Because she's blindfolded and she's throwing these swords at a dartboard. It's sort of like, yeah, well, I have no way. Wherever it lands, I guess that's where I'm going today. Or that's what I'll do today. So what you've been healing is like, wow, really the sun, deep inside yourself, connections with you and your soul family, the deeper part of your inner child too. Oh, look at all the sunflowers and your happier days. You've been healing to get ready for your happier days. Look at what is starting to blossom is the Ten of Swords. So some sort of major defeat here in life. But look at how the sun is starting to rise. The sun. What you've been working, what is starting to blossom for you is what is also, what you've been healing is your new beginning. Your better day is your better day. So if you've hit some sort of a rock bottom, or hit like basically, well, what else can you do? It doesn't matter how many more swords you put into me, I can still reach for my broom and get up and meet the sun. At this point, when you have that many swords in you, if there's 10, does 11 hurt? 12, 13, 14? I don't even think you feel it at that point. You realize, well, you know what, this doesn't really bother me so much. I'm going to get up. I'm going to pull all the swords out, and I'm going to feel better about myself. I'm going to see who I am. I'm going to really know my worth. In the future, what will you finish working on? This is great. I love this card, this moon card. So what you're going to finish working on is the moon. I love this because the reflection for the cat is so much bigger than the cat really is. So your problems aren't as big as you think they are. The things facing you are not as big as you might think they are. Your fears are not as big as you have allowed them to be seen by you. Yeah, your fears are much smaller than how you perceive them. Your obstacles are much smaller than how you perceive them. What will be healed is the Six of Pentacles. I want to say either this is how you have been able to or have wanted to give from a higher place, or how you have felt receiving, like have things been received equally? Has there been equal give and take? That's going to be healed. I mean, it could be both aspects of that. And what will be ready to harvest? The Eight of Wands. Movement, communication. It's a funny card for the Eight of Wands. I mean, she looks a little concerned, like, are things out of control here? You probably, in the future, things will pick up for you. When they do, they're going to pick up fast. And things are going to move really quick. You might feel a bit like it's a whirlwind. There's more for this card. There, I'm going to have to put clarifiers. There's more. And it's funny, I'm looking at this thinking there should be more artwork in this. I don't know why. Something's missing. At least that's the message I'm getting from this card. Something is missing that's supposed to be here. That's what it is. Okay. I'm thinking, like, it's a tornado. There should be all sorts of debris and other things, symbols that would give me more story to go with this. But that's the thing. It's going to feel... I feel like there's not, with the Eight of Wands, it's movement, it's clear movement. There's no obstacles in your path. There's communication, there's clear communication. There's no obstacles in the path. There's no if, ands, whats, or buts. And it might not, at first you think, there's something wrong here. There's got to be an obstacle. No. Once you get into the future, and we're going to put clarifiers to get you more detail about this, it's going to move, and it's going to move without obstacle. And it might even feel like you might have some apprehension, because she looks a little apprehensive to me. It looks just a little bit apprehensive. And the way I'm seeing this card, I feel like there should be stuff here. There should be other things flying around. It might seem like, well, you know what? There's been quite a while here where there's been an awful lot of obstacles. An awful lot of things going wrong. An awful lot of this, that, and the other. Why? How is this flowing? It's gonna flow. It's gonna flow. So maybe don't second guess. Try not to second guess when you really do get the movement, you really do get the communication, things start flowing for you here, because you're in connection with the Mystic. I can't do anything about it if it's not running, hon. You get the Mystic.
Well, I guess school's over.
Is you get the Mystic. So you're in connection with divine. You're functioning on that level. You've surpassed anything that felt like it was holding you back in the past. And it's going to open up all sorts of doors here, guys. All sorts of doors. That came out like drawers, but doors. Let's clarify. What should I clarify first? I seem pretty clear. Look, I'm going to look at the King in the hostilities. Your current archetypal. Remember these two dudes? And it's, you know what, too? Okay, I'm getting, it's about perspective. Maybe some people think you're being too hard or too harsh. Other people think that you're being, like, very benevolent. You're being very kind. You're being very fair. You're being very loving, protective. It's about the perspective, because think about Leo and the king, like the king of the beasts, the king of the jungle. He doesn't really live in the jungle, but king of the savannah. The lion would be perceived, the male lion, the patriarch of the pride, would be perceived by the pride like this. This is this. Like protecting us, putting the hard work in, like walking those miles and miles and miles to pee all over the place and protect the territory and take on any that may come in to try to claim the territory. Looking after the group, putting up with the young ones, crawling on them. You know, that the pride would see the benevolence in that. Now, if you're on the outside looking in, you're not going to see that. You're going to see this guy's pretty harsh. He won't even let me go in there. I know there's lots of zebra in there. He could share some of that. Why is he not letting me into? So you might be getting, like, some people might be kind of treating you or reacting to you with like, wow, this is wonderful. And other people are like, yeah, well, you're an asshole. It's their perspective. I think that's important for you to remember. It's their perspective. That's all it is. It's not right or wrong. Both sides are probably totally accurate, depending on what side of the fence you're sitting on. But you created the fence, it's your rules. So. The king and the hostilities card. The Four of Cups. No, the Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Oh, that's really weird. I don't know, this is like a whole other story outside of that. There's the benevolence, I feel like, with this Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, very healing. Then the Eight of Cups. You know, maybe you've walked away from some situations. But I don't think you walked away from them in any harsh manner here, with the Page of Cups and the Four of Swords. I mean, there's the benevolence, right? Like not being harsh, not, you know. There's no hostility there. I don't feel any hostility coming off there. So if someone thinks Leo's being hostile, maybe they're not. Maybe it's almost trying to see inside their box somehow. So let's look at this. What's starting to blossom is this Ten of Swords. Sorry, I'm just looking at, okay, there it is. I was just being called to look. There's a repeat here, and there is. The person laying on the ground in the Ten of Swords has exactly the same cape on them as the person in the Two of Swords. I feel like your indecision here is about standing up after you felt put down, or after you've had some sort of a tough ending, realizing that whatever caused this or whatever this was, it's gone, because there's someone running away in this card. I mean, they're running away from this Ten of Swords, what's happened here. And the cat's here still, wow, get away from my witch. And so I do feel like Spirit has got your back here in this sort of vulnerable position, laying on the ground, face down on the ground with swords in your back. Spirit is protecting you in this very vulnerable position. And whatever the foe was before, the foe is gone. It's running away. So the indecision that you're experiencing, you've been working on it. What is this indecision? I'm going there actually before I go into the what's starting to blossom, because I think the indecision is the answer here. What you've been working on, the Two of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Maybe some of you, it's to be single, to pull away from something that's not working anymore. Or it could just be like investing in yourself with the Nine of Pentacles. Is it okay to invest in myself? Well, gee, I don't know. You're kind of laying on the ground with a bunch of swords in your back. probably a good time to do that. I would. Yeah. And with the Ace of Cups. Cups are so healing. I mean, you could probably use some of that. Something is bugging me. Sorry. You could probably use some of that when you have so many swords in your back. Okay, let's look at this then. Let's look at this Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, so what is starting to blossom for Leo? The Ten of Swords. Oh, that happens so much lately to me. It's crazy. The Ten of Swords is clarifying the Ten of Swords. Oh man, this dude is on. That looks even more painful, doesn't it? Laying on your back with all the swords in the front of you. Probably a faster death though. Yeah, this is really over. Whatever this is, I mean, this is finished. You have two Ten of Swords. There's nothing left to do except stand up and begin again. I think what you've been working on is how to begin again. Invest in yourself and heal with the Ace of Cups. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself physically because you need physical investment. I mean, what would you need here? Yeah, you're going to need potions, bandages, surgery, stitches, physical things to heal. Exercise, nutrients, I don't know. I'd love a massage. You can't go anywhere and get a massage right now. So, you know, do what you can with that. But all these things that are good for you. And keep investing in you because look at what's in the future, right? And healing. Well, what have you been healing? This is Sun. The Sun. What Leo's been healing? The Sun. Oh, look at you. Yeah, walking over the Emperor. The Death card into the Sun. So the rebirth into the Sun. And in this Death card, you can see the Sun is starting to rise between the two pillars. Sorry. The rubber bands in my mouth are making like squeaky noises. Can you... I feel like an android, like a machine. What are you, oh there it is, okay there we go. What will you finish working on with this moon? Like your problems are not as big as you may perceive them to be. I know I'm going to get the odd comment saying, oh they're so big Cindy, you know what. It's how you perceive them. So I woke up this morning and the furnace isn't working in the house. It didn't dawn on me right away. I'm a little slow in the mornings. I went into the bathroom and the floor is cold. I just thought it was a cold, windy night. Maybe the wind was blowing a certain way. The floor was cold. And I don't usually have a mat in front of the toilet, but I'm going to take that mat. My feet are cold. It still didn't dawn on me. And I went and did a workout the first time in about 4 days because I've been packing and whatnot. Bear with me. It's all about this. And, I think it was, yeah, I was downstairs and I did my exercise and it's kind of cool in here. And I thought, oh, sometimes they close the second vent in this room. So that's what, yeah, I kept coming up with reasons why the house was cold. And then I came downstairs and my son woke up. We went downstairs. I'm making breakfast and whatnot. And it's kind of cold. It must be really cold outside. And then, I don't know, I think at some point I just thought, you know, maybe this isn't coming on. So I went and looked, yeah, I have it set to like 72 and it was 67. It's cold. So anyways, the furnace is not working in the house anymore. We've tried all sorts of things. They're going to have to call somebody. I think he's going to call somebody. I don't know. I got a fireplace. Some friends have dropped off some heaters. I was like, whatever. It's just like, I think after enough Ten of Swords, and you've got to be there with me. It's just like, whatever. It's okay. We'll rub sticks together. Like, really, they're not as big as you might perceive them to be. They're just you don't need heat in the middle of a Canadian weather or Canadian winter. Ow. Okay, so what? You're going to finish working on this. So join me in this. Wake up. Maybe the plumbing won't work to make it get, whatever. It's all good. The chair, see? Oh, you're coming out of the guck and you're going to move. But it's about making a choice in what direction you're going to move. Just get up and go. Get up and do it. Don't let the reflection fool you anymore. The reflection is not the reality. You're the reality. Yeah. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. What will be healed? This one intrigues me because I'm kind of reading this in a couple of different ways. Well, the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Well, if people haven't moved before, people are going to move. If you haven't been able to move before, you're going to move. Something's going to happen here. It's going to really shift. It's going to shift reality. Your perception of reality. Because your perception of reality is distorted right now. This reflection is not accurate. The reflection of what you're seeing is not accurate. And something in your life here. So what is that something in your life? Let's ask. What is the something in Leo's life where the reflection will become accurate? What is this part of their life about? Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, something that you're feeling defensive about. But why, right? Like you had this card. You're defensive. Or someone's defensive. You're watching? You're watching a defensive posture for a new beginning. Maybe you want to come into this lion's pride. And, you know, I can help you guard like the North Zone. You come out. I don't know. Can I trust you? You're going to go, because the Seven of Wands, you're not really moving. You're defending. You're kind of dealing with what you have to deal with. Or you're not letting anything come in too close. So it's almost like a reconciliation. But it's a Six of Pentacles, so it reconciles. You know, like it reconciles energy. It brings balance where balance did not exist before. So that's going to be healed. And it might come in pretty quick with the Knight of Swords. And the King of Swords, I just feel like whatever it is, you're going to have clarity. And you're going to have quick clarity. All right? And then things really speed up and you don't understand why there's nothing in the way. Well, why? Why am I not getting evicted? Why is the furnace stopped working? Why? And now the internet. That was the other thing. I think I've edited this twice now. So the first time, internet's not working. So, okay. So I went and I unplugged it all, gave it 60 seconds. I already explained that to you. So he came down again, it's still not working. So his reply to me was, well, I guess no online school then. Anyways, there's not going to be any obstacles, believe it or not. What will be ready to harvest? This Eight of Wands, things are going to fly. You just watch for it, baby. The Three of Wands. It's coming. You may not believe it. But, you know, after a while, like so many things that can go wrong do go wrong. Well, there's nothing left to go wrong. Right? So only things can go right. Only things can go right. God, I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, I hope nothing goes wrong with my move. I'm going to knock on wood. Okay, I'm going to go into your mystic and your door to value. This is exciting for you guys. What is this? You and the divine are going to create something beautiful. The divine is not going to give you a monetary reward in life unless you're giving back to the universe, to other people, to animals, to existence in some level here. So you're going to revels in intimate union with the divine. You are just like soaking this up. Really soaking it up. There's going to be so many connections for you, like signs and synchronicities. Things will just start to fall into place. The Mystic card for Leo. The Mystic. It's you. Ooh, man. That's some powerful energy. You have the Strength card and the Magician. Damn, Leo. We're going to manifest in like a very, very strong position. You're showing up here like you're showing up in your reading. You're showing up about like what you're healing is the sun. This is your planetary energy. I mean, so your core, at your core, your healing, your core. And then coming out as a strength card, which is perfect after healing the sun. Your inner strength, your strength to move forward and manifest really whatever you want. I really feel that with what is showing up here. Manifest whatever you want. So the door to value for Leo, you are just turning it upside down, man. If everything's going wrong, it's all going to go right. The 10 of Wands into the 4 of Wands. Bing, bang, boom. Going from heavy burdens, or you can't see where you're going, there's no light at the end of this dark tunnel, to celebration and happiness, and that's all good. Yeah. Wow. Look at you. Oh, I should show you what's at the bottom of your energy oracle deck is the victory card. What's at the bottom of this deck? Detective. Great powers of observation and intuition. Desire to seek out the truth. I think you've been doing that. I do think so. But on a very indirect way, so to speak. Maybe some of you not as direct. Sorry. With all the stuff in my mouth, it doesn't seem to matter how often I swish after I eat. Something always popping around there. You are really coming into some damn good energy, Leo. I like this for you guys. You're one of my favorites. I've never met a Leo that I didn't want to cuddle. You guys are so sweet. Alright, I'm going to go do your extended Leos. And, this was over here. Yeah, okay. I'm so distracted now by the food that's appeared in my mouth. I just can't hide it anymore, guys. I'm just going to be real because it's... Yeah. Alright. Until next time, whenever that is, I have no idea. Maybe I'll be in a big, like, woolly coat. Next time you see me, the furnace is not working. Until next time, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.